This is Morgan Freeman, and you're listening to What the Fudge Podcast. What the fudge did you think I was going to say? That I'm still working for Bruce Wayne? Or maybe that I was driving Miss Daisy? It's 2018, and perhaps I'm listening to What the Fudge Podcast. I told the homie Sice Man that he could lean on me in his time of need.
Yeah.
What's goody, everybody? Welcome to What the Fudge Podcast. This is your host, Sice Man. Thank you for tuning in to episode 2 of this podcast. For everybody that was out there on my Instagram at WhatTheFudgePodcast, I want to thank you guys for liking the pictures, giving the good feedback. I went ahead and took some of the advice and added some new stuff to the shows. You'll get some commercials now. You'll get, of course, the original bedtime story towards the end, and you'll also get co-host now, my friend Charismatic Jones. I've known this guy for a while. I think that he'll add a great dynamic to What the Fudge Podcast. So, Jones, go ahead and introduce yourself and let people know where they can find your information at.
I'm Charismatic Jones. Charismatic_Jones on Instagram. Thanks for having me, bro. I really appreciate you allowing me to be the co-host to this podcast, man. I'm ready to fly away with this, man, and see where we can go. We have a lot of good material for the people.
I agree, man. I think you're gonna add a great dynamic. Like I said, people said that they like the podcast. They were just, my voice, type of voice I had. Like I said, it can put you to sleep quick, so you don't want to just sit there and listen to that for 30 minutes. So adding another dynamic to it. I appreciate you guys' feedback. We're going to do the intros to the segments a little different as well. I think you guys are really going to enjoy this. Like I said, we're going to try to keep it around 30 minutes, between like 30 to 35 minutes. That way we're not keeping you all day. And you can also go ahead and let us know the feedback. Like I said, keep giving us good feedback as to what we can do, what you guys want to see. We're also going to try to add some stuff to YouTube now as well. We're going live on what's that? What are we going live on, Jones?
Well, we'll be going live on Instagram every time.
Right. What you live on now, though?
Well, right now we're live on Spreaker.
No. That's Spreaker right there?
No, that's Instagram.
That's what I'm talking about. What are we live on?
We live on Instagram.
Whoa, I'm saying, what are we live on?
We live
right
on
now?
Instagram right now.
On yours? What's your name again?
I'm Charismatic_Jones, and you can follow me on Instagram.
Okay, all right.
Also on Charismatic_Humor.
Okay, all right. And we're gonna go ahead and just go into the first segment, which is the news. And that's pretty much the news that we're going to hop into. So we're going to talk about the main thing in the news right now, which is Oprah, pretty much. She was the first African-American woman to receive the Cecil B. DeMille Award, which is something that the Golden Globes gives out for outstanding contributions to the world of entertainment. I think that she's definitely well deserving of it. I believe that.
Shout out to Oprah.
Yeah, for real. Shout out to Oprah. Shout out to Stedman,
she's
the
been doing
homie
it
on the
big
side
for a while.
too. And I also want to. I just want to thank. I think that she's a great example for young women. I have girls myself. I think she's a great example. I think the speech she gave about inequality and the way that women are being treated differently, and that's something that that women aren't gonna stand for, as well as that's something that my girls have a future to grow up into now, where people are going to be held accountable for certain actions they make. What do you feel about it?
Well, I feel Oprah is very influential to women all over the world, especially in America. So the people spoke when they heard that speech, and they started shouting out Oprah for president.
Right.
I feel when you put love into your speech, or you put a lot of heart like Oprah did, the people are going to feel that.
Right.
Like when you cook with food, when you use love, while you're cooking, it comes out amazing. People comment on it. It's likewise with her speech.
Yeah, I think that she gave, like I said, I think it was a great speech. Go check it out on YouTube if you haven't heard it, which I'm sure you have. It's on YouTube, and it's not going to take that long. Where they got her wanting to be the president from, I'm not really sure. I don't know where they got that from. But speaking of the president, let's go ahead and hop into the next topic, which is Donald Trump and his comments about Haiti being an ish hole, which is, I mean, like I said, I definitely think that this is just normal comments this dude is going to make. This is nothing new we can't expect from him. And I think this is normal Donald Trump behavior, so I don't really care too much for him or what he got to say.
Man, I understand in a sense when he says that. I understand what he means. Mm-hmm. Basically, Haiti went through a major natural disaster.
Right.
The type of guy Donald Trump is, he doesn't know how to speak. He doesn't speak with eloquence.
His money talks for him.
That's it.
His money usually talks for him.
He's just a businessman negotiator. He calls it how he sees it. He sees Haiti as a ish hole because nobody's helping them. Nobody's doing it. And Haiti has been in that situation that they're in for a while.
Right. And that's something that I think is also messed up. I think for them that they haven't recovered from the earthquake that they had that destroyed everything and all of their resources. So I think we should definitely pray for them down in Haiti and continue to ignore this dude that calls himself the president that represents us in different countries of the world. So,
well, he's kind of like a general. Generals just make brash decisions, straight cut and dry.
Yeah,
he's not really.
Well, he's a general that don't nobody want, don't nobody like. So there's plenty of generals. Like Adolf Hitler was a general that nobody like, and I believe also Napoleon. But we ain't gonna go into all of that, man. Let's go ahead and hop into the next segment, which is
What the fudge? What the fudge?
the what the fudge moment. I would have to say for this week has definitely been the H&M ad. Of course, everybody was talking about it pretty much every day. I don't know what the fudge H&M was thinking about by putting the Monkey in the Jungle hoodie on the little black boy. I mean, obviously, you know what? Let me go ahead and hit some quick points on that because I'm sure everybody's talked about it.
All right.
For one, I want to start with the mom. I think she should be held accountable, but after further research, I saw that she doesn't really see anything wrong with it. She doesn't think anything's wrong with what happened, or she doesn't see anything racist about it. So for one, she's okay with it, which is a little odd. That lets me know she hasn't really experienced too much racism in her life. The second thing is the marketing company. They were geniuses, man. That was a mastermind plan that they knew whether it was negative or positive, they were going to get the proper attention that they wanted. How do you feel, Jones? Let me know how you feel about that, Jones. What you think about H&M?
Man, I feel that, the mom, who knows the situation she was in, maybe she needed to get the money, what I mean? I don't know, you know what I mean? I'm going to try to look at this as optimistic as I can.
Right.
And I'm going to say that, the mom made a decision, and that's the decision that she made.
Right.
She knew the type of backlash being African American,
of course,
that she was going to receive, as well as her son.
Well, she said she didn't see anything wrong with it, man. She said she didn't. Everybody's overreacting.
I mean, I was at a family gathering today, and my cousin said to his mother,
right,
"Hey, Mom, I want to, have a birthday party over the house." And she said no, because you and your friends act like monkeys. Right. Now, there was nothing necessarily wrong with that. It's just that, that's the way she saw it. You know what I mean? They just act wild. There was no racial
it was nothing
intent behind it. You know what I mean? So I feel it's more so perception. And H&M is a big company. They're bored. When they had the roundtable meeting, they should have knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. They knew what was going to happen when they created that shirt. But at the same time, I guess they felt it was a risk they had to take. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, either way, like
I wouldn't have did it. I wouldn't have done it. I would have probably said, I don't know.
Either way, it worked out for him, bro. But either way, H&M got all the marketing and attention they needed from Instagram, the news, and everybody else this week.
Hey, sometimes I feel like a gorilla. You know what I mean? Man, when I'm in the gym.
Hey. You feel me? Well, that's only when we beast at the gym. But the next topic we're going to hop into, speaking of stuff like that, we're going to go talk about the whole Genuine being accused of being transphobic because he didn't let a transgender woman kiss him on his face kiss him. And when on the clip, you can go on YouTube and check it out, everything that we're talking about on the clip, Genuine, it looks like he's sitting on the couch or something like that, comfortably around a few transgender women. And
that's stupid.
And then that's, for one, I don't know, the situation, why he's in that situation. I'm not going to judge. I don't judge anybody, but.
No, not at all.
So he's in that situation, and then the woman asked him a few questions about dating transgenders and whether he would date one if he didn't know that there was one, and he's letting them know, I need to know. I think it's important. And that's what, men out there probably want to know is, if they are or not. So, and then it leads from that into her wrapping her arms around him. And trying to kiss him. And then he's the one that's called a monster. He's being called a monster and all of that, where if he would have hugged the female, or if he would have did that to her, especially in the time that we're in right now, after the Oprah speech and everything, he would be getting hung right now. Like he would be getting crucified right now.
First off, Genuine is a heterosexual male.
Right.
And I don't know any straight male that's going to want anything to do with another man.
Right.
Do you?
Not that I'm aware of.
So if you look at it, let me tell it, I think there is a little bit of a bullying there. Yeah,
we're being bullied because we want to be straight. That's why we're being bullied because it's like we're the outcast, or we're the ones that's mean because we don't want to go that way or something. I don't know. I've been in, and I've grown up always around these situations, so it's nothing I've ever judged or anything like that. I just think that your personal preference is your personal preference. But if because somebody doesn't, because they don't, that's not their preference, they shouldn't be held accountable or be judged or hung or talked about because that's not their personal preference. Just like it's their preference to do what they want to do and go become what they want without judgment, we should also be able to continue to live our lifestyle without being judged for that as well.
And very true. Very true.
So, the last part of this segment I want to go ahead and talk about is, which we do every week. Last week, Instagram comedian of the week was, at Moneybag_Mafia. I was posting a lot of his videos. This dude is hilarious. At Moneybag_Mafia. You can go check the Instagram out at WhatTheFudgePodcast. And you can see a lot of the videos. This guy is hilarious. Go follow him on Instagram. Hopefully I get to see him in movies. I think he'd be funny But this week's Instagram comedian of the week at this What the Fudge podcast is at Jacob Burger Actor on Instagram. So I'm gonna spell it out: JACO.
Is that a real name?
BBERGERAC.
Is he Jewish?
TOR. Yes, he is.
Burger.
He's a hilarious guy. Go check him out. He's from New York. He looks like he's from New York. He freestyles. He looks like he's
Jewish
about
people.
to be on Wild 'N Out. I'll
funny.
be posting a lot of his videos and stuff this week on the Instagram. So Instagram comedian of the week at Jacob Burger Actor. Go follow him. I'll be posting videos all week.
And he's funny?
He's hilarious.
Jacob Burger.
At Jacob Burger. He's hilarious.
That name is all the funny.
But on that note, let's go ahead and go into the first commercial for you guys. Like I said, we got a great commercial coming up for you guys. We're starting to get some amazing sponsors from companies you've never heard of. And it sounds pretty great. Dealing with the whole H&M thing, I think this commercial is wonderful. It's an unreleased commercial from a new company that's associated with H&M, and I think it's going to be great. Let's go ahead and play that clip.
Oh, I gotta hear this.
From the company that brought you H&M, the new non-controversial clothing company, KK&K.
Wait, what's the name of this company?
All new exclusive styles fresh off the runway, manufactured by the most responsible non-violent inmates.
Wait, who makes these clothes? Prisoners?
The all-new urban shoe collection, Barefoot.
Wait a damn minute. You just gave me some beads and rope to wrap around my ankle?
KK&K, making the urban community feel at home.
And we're back from that wonderful commercial. I think that commercial it hit it right there on the spot. Like it is dancing on the racial line with tap shoes near the edge of a cliff about to slip off.
Hey.
But at the same time, you gotta laugh at that though.
Man, I hope that company got some good lawyers.
I'm pretty sure they've got plenty of good lawyers. As soon as they take all those things off, they can go ahead and switch into that role. But I ain't gonna go into that all day. Let's go into our next segment. Movie and TV review. And in the movie and TV review topic segment of the show, my bad guys, what we're gonna go ahead, the first thing we're gonna talk about is Cat Williams, the Netflix special he got coming out. Netflix, like I said, you're going to hear me talking about them all the time because I'm an avid watcher. I love the program. It's not that, it's not that expensive. It's a little fee that you pay a month, and
It's definitely knocking cable out the box.
Oh yeah, they knocking cable out the box. And as I said in the previous podcast, go check that out. They knocking the movie industry out the box.
Hey, Sice, how's Cat Williams doing, man?
Cat Williams, I mean, I don't know. Hopefully in the Netflix special coming out this Tuesday, January 16th, he talks about how he got them grass stains out his clothes after being choked out on that dirty lawn by that little teenage musty looking boy. I just want to know what detergent he used to get them grass stains out.
Hey man, he probably used the same vigor that boy used on him.
He was in there really trying to wash them stains. He probably just threw that whole outfit out. It was a waste of time at that point.
Hey man, I know that must have felt horrible.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, it also made him think, I need to go sit my butt down somewhere. I'm getting too old.
Man, you too old for that. But at the same time,
man, half dirt, half grass.
Whether he gets beat up by little teenagers his size or not, I think he's a very funny comedian. I think the stand-up is going to be hilarious. I'll be checking it out.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back and we'll give our review on the next episode. Like I said, once again, it's the Cat Williams Netflix special on Netflix, coming out January 16th. I think it's going to be funny. He's a guy, him and Kevin Hart, you can put both of them in your pocket. And anytime you're feeling down, you just pull one out of your pocket and put them on the table and they'll laugh.
Who's this other guy?
Kevin Hart.
No, not Kevin Hart, the other guy.
Cat Williams.
Okay, Cat Williams. Okay. Now see, Cat Williams, He's movie funny. Kevin Hart is sitcom funny to me.
Yeah, Kevin Hart's just funny in general to me, man.
To you, yeah.
His show is hilarious to me.
Well, they're both hilarious. I love
both
them both.
Funny. Go check it out. The shows that we like to recommend, which is on Netflix, and no, Netflix ain't paying me. You know, hopefully they will at some point. But I watch a lot of Netflix. The Punisher is a really good show. It's about Frank Castle getting his payback and trying to figure out who killed his family. The action in it is amazing. The combat in it is crazy, and it's definitely worth checking out, bro. If you haven't seen it, go check it out on Netflix. It's a nice little series. And then I ain't even gonna dab into the Daredevil yet. I'll come back and recommend that a whole nother time because he's in that too.
Okay.
Another show I want to go ahead and recommend if you haven't seen on YouTube is called Brave Wilderness. It's a guy named Coyote Peterson. I'm into wildlife shows in nature ever since Steve Corbin died. I don't know homie's name, the crocodile hunter. You know who I'm talking about. With the khaki booty shorts. You know who I'm talking about. That was running around and jumping. Crikey! That was running around.
Well, one of them got stabbed in the heart by...
That's who I'm talking about, by a stingray.
Right.
That's
yeah.
homie.
I know exactly, yeah.
Yeah, so...
But I've been big on nature flicks way before tight shorts.
Well, you would love this, bro. You would love this show. On this show, this dude goes around to different countries and he lets different insects and bugs sting him all the way from ants to wasps to snapping turtles. It's a great show. So then you already know it's a great show. Tell me what you think about the show. Oh man, bro.
I love that show. He does things like he lets the insects with the strongest bite him.
Right.
Like it was like this certain type of ant.
Okay.
In Arizona.
Okay.
And when it bites you, it literally makes you fall down from the pain.
Dang.
And he let it bite. It didn't bite him at first. He had to like kind of agitate it.
Okay.
But it definitely.
And then it bit him, bro.
Man, I seen him get bit by a snapping turtle.
Oh yeah, that was pretty bad when he got bit like that. So go ahead and man, go ahead. As you said, as he could see, we could go ahead and list to go back and forth. Go check that out on YouTube, Coyote Peterson.
Hey, why everything in Africa got to be extra'd out?
You already know, man, how they got to do us. But I ain't gonna go into that either. That's a whole nother segment. We can talk about it, how they extra us out. We're gonna go ahead and go into the next commercial for you guys. And let us know what you guys think, like I said, about the commercials that we're giving you guys as well. We're going to be coming with sketches on Instagram as well for you guys to check out, where we'll be shooting some funny stuff. So let's go ahead and go into that next commercial break.
You know her as Cookie.
I love you, Lucius. I hate you, Lucius. But then I love you again, Lucius.
You remember her being Yvette.
I hate you, Jody. But then I love you, Jody. And then I hate you again, Jody.
But what you didn't know about Taraji P. Henson, she's also a hit woman. She shoots, she punches, she drinks Hennessy. With plenty of explosions and an all-star cast. Danny Glover, the bald guy from How to Get Away with Murder that was the cop sleeping with Viola Davis. And Taraji P. Henson. Proud of her profession, proud of her country. She is Proud Mary. It's kinda hot in here. Can somebody get me a glass of water? My throat is really dry.
Yo, what's up, man? How you been?
Yeah, I'm good, G, man. I've been alright. Just trying to maintain, you know what I'm saying? How about you, man? I heard you was wifed up now, man.
Nah, not yet. She just my side piece. Nothing serious. She give me money and stuff.
Money, man. Jackpot. Sound like you got yourself a sugar mama or something, man.
Yeah, she bad too. Big booty, super freak in the bed. Monster face though. Here's some pics on my phone she just sent. Check it out.
Hey, nigga, that's my mama. better vision contacts so you won't accidentally date the homie's mother. Unless she's a MILF.
And we're back. So those better vision contacts, I keep better vision contacts in my eyes at all times. So I ain't looking at no. I'm happily married, so I ain't looking at nobody's mama.
Hey man, I have a woman too, but you know what? I think I'm gonna have to get some of them contacts as well.
Contacts, hey man, they gonna make sure you see things clearly, brother.
I definitely don't want to be accidentally dating nobody's mama.
Not at all, man. So let's go ahead and go to the last segment. Hip hop and R&B review. And the number one, I think the number one thing in this hip hop and R&B review right now, the major thing on the low is Kevin Gates being released from prison January 10th this week. A lot of people have been waiting for him. His wife has been promoting a lot of his music on Instagram and YouTube. They've been releasing music.
What was he in jail for?
They following the format. He's in jail for kicking his female fan. This is also footage you can go find on YouTube. He kicked a female fan
like in the
her
face?
chest.
Oh, that's like kicking a dude in the
yeah,
in the
exactly,
balls.
Man. It's a disrespectful on a whole nother level. No matter, unless she's stabbing you up with a knife or something like that. That's the only means you need to boot somebody like that. Any other format, you could have just backed up.
But what did she do? Like did
on
she
the
throw
video
a bottle
footage
at him
on
or something?
YouTube, you can go look. All she's doing is. She's definitely groping him and feeling all up on him, and his girl is on stage.
Oh,
so it's a disrespect. She's blatantly disrespecting his girl. But I think that as a man, especially an intelligent man like him, you can find other formats and other ways to get away from that situation. Like I said, you on stage, they in the crowd, all you got to do is back up.
Well, he could have had an extremely jealous woman that he had to kind of, show her that, like, look, this is how I do it.
Kicking a female, though, ain't the way to do it. I don't know. That ain't the way I was raised. I got 3 girls, so any brother that puts his foot anywhere near, hopefully you're going to be an organ donor at that point. You will be donating that leg after it's amputated.
Right, exactly. I don't really know a lot of dudes that can really get their leg up to a female's chest.
Nah, that was crazy. It was like I said, he was on the stage. That's why I said all he had to do was just back up.
He should have just let the security guards handle that.
That's all he had to do. But he was arrested for kicking her, and then he was detained once he was about to get released for an outstanding warrant. So
he's wilding.
I'm pretty sure he's going to be releasing some music. A lot of people are waiting for him, and that's pretty much that for Kevin Gates. Let's go on to the next thing, which is Mary J. Blige finally getting her Hollywood star. For me personally, I thought she already had her star. I thought that this is something that she'd been had. Even though I've been out there a million times, I've never seen it.
I haven't either.
I'm not really a Mary J. Blige fan, but I respect her hustle. I know she got a legacy of things. I recently been seeing it was her birthday, and then that let me know why her career, she's a Capricorn. That let me know why her drama song career has been so illustrious. Capricorns. I ain't gonna be throwing no extra shots at Capricorn. I'm an Aquarius, which is the best sign.
Did her husband leave or something like that, or did they get a divorce?
I believe they have. They got a divorce.
Oh dang!
She
I kind of wanted to see them stick it out.
Him something, and
I wanted to see her stick it out with her dude.
Yeah, you always want to see marriages.
I really did, but her specifically because she's
been through so much.
Serious woman.
A lot.
You know what I mean?
She's been through a lot.
I mean, she's so serious.
She's got so many albums to tell you about what she's been through, bro. Like, she's got a lot, but I'm really happy for her. Puff Daddy was out there. Another person was out there with some glasses, and I forgot the other dude, but they was out there cheesing. It was a good moment. Shout out to Mary J. Blige. I'm glad she finally got her Hollywood star.
Round of applause.
Check that out on Instagram. We'll be posting a lot of things that we're talking about on here on the Instagram as well, like we normally do. The next thing I want to talk about is that Eminem Chloroseptic remix. Now, originally it was released on his album that didn't nobody listen to, except maybe them diehard fans. And this ain't no shot. Eminem, I'm the first 3 albums Eminem fan. That's me. And when the artist says if you don't like my new stuff, you can go listen to I happily listen to their old stuff. I have no problem doing that. But he released that song without 2 Chainz and a rapper named Fresher on it, and the remix was recently released this week with 2 Chainz and Fresher, and it was crazy, man. The beat is insane. The 2 Chainz kills his verse. I keep telling people 2 Chainz been tight since he was Titty Boy back in DTP days. And then Fresher, I don't know who this dude is, but he come on and he kill it. Eminem comes on and demolishes the song. He does it in a disorderly, orderly fashion. Like, well, that's him. He demolishes the beat.
That's classic M.
The beat was getting beat up so bad. He was demolishing the beat so bad the beat had to disappear
and come back.
Go take a little break. Like, you know, it had to go outside, smoke a cigarette or vape. Because ain't nobody smoking cigarettes no more. It had to go outside and vape. And then he came back inside, got back on the track, and Eminem still killed it again and killed it once more.
Shout out to M. Shout out to M. I have not listened to it yet. I've been keeping more up with the beef between his underneath.
You're right. His
50 Cent and Joe Budden.
Joe Budden and them. That's right.
You know, I didn't even get a chance to listen to it yet. But
and all of them.
I know that they better calm down because, you know, M got a lot of people riding with him.
And they also from a city named Detroit. So I think with Joe Budden, all he had to do, for me personally, because I'm a person that I know about codes and stuff like that.
Right.
As a man, he should have went to him and spoke to him and told him, like, yo, I feel this certain way about your album. You know, I got a TV show. I'm also about to go on my TV show and voice this same opinion. That's where I think he messed up. And that's where all of the problems came into play. So,
well, you know, Joe Budden is he's kind of like back on the up and up. So, you know, he has to do what he can for publicity.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I feel you.
It's just you got to kind of pick your battles wisely, though. You can't.
Eminem is not a battle anybody should ever pick.
Well, I've never
truly
been a real Eminem fan. I'm a fan.
Crazy,
I'm a fan of. I'm a fan.
Like
of
I said, the first 3 albums. Now you talking about the first 3 albums of Eminem.
But look, I'm a fan of him.
I'm there.
I'm a fan, but you have to like M's style. Like, I'm more of like a Nas type fan.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, M is cool. Like, when it comes to like bars and just hooks and all types of stuff, he's like an orchestrator.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Eminem is definitely, he's an orchestrator.
He can conduct his words.
He makes his words definitely do what they supposed to do, all in an orderly fashion, like I said, but disorderly at the same time. So,
right.
If you guys haven't heard it, and obviously my homie hasn't heard it, go check it out on YouTube, listen to it. It's not that long in the beat. Like I said, make sure you're in a nice car or something like that with a system, because the bass and the beat is going. Bro, your ears is going to probably, your ears is going to thank you. You're going to get a mail, a thank you card in the mail, and it's going to be from your ears saying thank you for doing that.
Oh my goodness. And speaking of beats, on a side note, Migos.
Right.
They've been picking all the right beats.
Man, I've been saying from the get-go, like I told you initially when I introduced you to the Migos back in the day.
Oh man,
I told you that the Migos, I have a gift, like I said, with picking who's gonna be nice
picked that
and
one.
stuff.
I ain't gonna lie, I give that to you.
From the get-go, when I seen the reaction to how those kids were acting in that cafeteria off of Hannah, Montana, I knew that was an energy that they could bring to stadiums, that they could bring to live. If they could do that there, and that following they had, I knew they was going to be stars, and they ain't proved me wrong, man. So I appreciate you coming through, bro. We're going to go ahead after this and go into the bedtime story, which is the end. I know you want to stay for that, but I ain't going to be able to, you know what I'm saying, tuck you in and nothing like that. It's a great bedtime story that we give you at the end of every show. Once again, I want to thank everybody for listening, for following us. on Instagram at WhatTheFudgePodcast. What's your Instagram again, Mr. Jones?
You can follow me on charismatic_Jones or charismatic_humor on Instagram, and you can follow the podcast through both of those sites.
It'll be on Spreaker. We're working on the YouTube stuff, guys.
On my behalf.
People checked on certain things. Yeah, we'll be working together. Like I said,
everything is up and coming still.
We're still working on things. I've been taking you guys' feedback, applying it to the show. That's why you got the commercials, you got the celebrity intros. Next week we're gonna have another celebrity guest intro. This guy, he set trends, he bought stuff on boats. Homie ran forever.
Oh, I think I know.
He showed Elvis how to dance.
I already know. I think I know who you're talking
the
about.
triple OG celebrity Forrest Gump gonna come through and do an intro for us.
I knew it.
My homie Morgan Freeman did the intro earlier. My bad.
Hey, shout out
for them moles that was all up on the mic and stuff that fell off his face. But I told him dust that mic off when he left, but he didn't do it.
When the moles exploded, they turned into glitter.
It was bad, bro. It was pretty bad, homie. So, like I said again, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Give me some more positive feedback. Like I said, keep giving me them good critiques on how to make the show better. I'm doing this for you guys. I'm giving you guys the content you want and showing you guys my goofy side. We're going to be putting some skits and stuff like that up on my Instagram as well as his Instagram. And
you know, we coming from a cool approach. You know what I mean?
We're coming from a non-bias, and we're not, like I said, there's no racial issues here. There's no color lines here.
No,
we're open. We love everybody.
Straight down
the middle.
The way it's supposed to be seen.
And that's how we roll, homie. So I thank you for coming out and being my guest on this show.
Thanks for having me, Sice.
Thank everybody for listening to What the Fudge Podcast. Go ahead and get your blanket, get your cookies, whatever you get, your warm milk, your hot cocoa, whatever you need for this bedtime story.
Yes.
You can gather your kids around if you want. There might be a couple parts that you might need to censor, some earmuffs, but you might need to do that a couple times. But I think it'll be great. Follow us at WhatTheFudgePodcast on Instagram. And what's yours again, Joe?
Charismatic_Jones. Okay. And we're also gonna don't forget about just showing the younger people etiquette and how to smell good.
Next segment we're gonna definitely give you a segment that the homie Jones came up with called dropping game. And it's not necessarily where we talking about game as gaming up women. It's more on just how to be a man and how to live your life, how to be a better you in general. So tune in next week for episode 3 of What the Fudge Podcast. Thank you for listening to this one. You guys have a blessed week and good night.
Good night.
Bedtime stories.
Little Red Riding Through the Hood by Siceman. Once upon a time, there was a little girl who lived in the hoods of the South near a gang of trees, bushes, woodland type-ish. Whenever she went out, the little girl wore a pyro red cloak, so everybody on the block called her Lil BG Red. BG stands for Baby Gangsta. One morning, afternoon, cause she didn't wake up till like 12. Lil BG Red asked her moms if she could go kick it at Granny's, cause it had been a while since the last kickback. Girl, I don't care what you do, just play my numbers and bring me back some scratches, said her ghetto mother. So they packed a nice basket for Lil BG Red to take to her Granny's. When the basket was ready, the little girl put on her flamed up pyro red cloak, her flag in her right back pocket, and a fresh out the box pair of cherry red Chuck Taylors, and kissed her moms goodbye. Hey, little girl, go straight to Granny's apartment. Don't forget to play my numbers. Don't be dragging your feet, sloth walking, and you better not let me hear you was talking to that hating wolf. This hood is dangerous. Don't trip, moms. I got my heat tucked in the basket. I'll be straight," as she blood walked out the house. Down the block she went skipping on her merry way to make a pit stop by the liquor store on the way to Granny's apartment. While at the liquor store, watching from afar, the hating wolf walked up and asked, "Can you spare some change, little girl?" "Young, I don't got no change. I'm just on my way to Granny's big red apartments on MLK Avenue, number 4B on the 5th floor. So just leave me alone, aight?" Lil BG Red replied. Then she realized how late she was and quickly excused herself, rushing down the path to her granny's apartment, throwing up her peace sign. The hating wolf, in the meantime, took a shortcut. The hating wolf, a little out of breath from smoking them Newport cigarettes, arrived at Granny's apartment and knocked lightly at the door. "Oh, thank Jesus, thank the Lord, Meals on Wheels is here. Come in, come in. I was worried sick that something had happened to y'all niggas on the block," said Granny, thinking that the knock was her gangster granddaughter. The hating wolf let himself in. Poor Granny didn't have time to say another word. He choked her out and ate her for dinner. You know how the hating wolf is, y'all. The wolf let out a satisfied poo and then ransacked Granny's wardrobe to find a nightgown that he liked. He added a bright red shower cap for good measure and smoked some of Granny's finest herb. A few minutes later, Lil BG Red knocked at the door. The hating wolf jumped into bed and pulled the covers over his coked out nose. "Who at the door? Who that? Who there?" he called in a fake Granny voice. "It's me, Granny, Lil BG Red." "Oh, damn, my bad. Come in, my nigga," said the hating wolf. "Granny, your voice sound trifling. Nigga, is you sick?" she asked. "No, I just took a shot of Henny and you know how Granny get, said the hating wolf, adding a burp at the end to prove a point. "But Granny, why your ears so damn big?" "Oh, Granny just trying to set new trends, girl. You know how I am." "But Granny, why your eyes so big? You on that Molly?" "All day, every day, girl. I stay rolling. I roll here, I roll there." But Granny, what big Steve Harvey teeth you have." "The better to eat you with, my little chitlin," roared the hating wolf as he leapt out of the bed and began to chase her down the hall. But Lil Red stopped running and was like, "What am I tripping for? I ain't no punk." So she pulled her strap from her basket and laid that wolf down. She poured out the rest of the Henny that the wolf was drinking for her grandma, and B walked all the way home. The